Hello everybody! Welcome to my channel. My name's Mel. Thank you so much for joining me today for my 500 subscriber celebration. So before we get into what's going to happen in this video, I just want to give a really big thank you to every single one of you. It is absolutely amazing to me that there are 500 people that actually want to know what I think about books. This is just incredible, and honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you. You're all amazing humans. Thank you so much for watching my videos, for commenting on my videos, for interacting me with Twitter and Instagram, just for being around, for talking with me, for communicating with me, for sharing my love and your love of books with me. It's just absolutely amazing, and I really do appreciate it ever so very, very, very much. So, thank you. Honestly, thank you. To celebrate today, what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a Bookish challenge video. I put up on Twitter a couple of weeks ago to say, hey guys, I'm really stoked because I'm so close to 500 subscribers. I really want to celebrate with you guys and create a video to show how grateful I am. What kind of video would you like? And I put a poll up suggesting a few different things, and the one that won but the one that did win was the Bookish challenge video. So that's what we're going to do today.
Hello everybody, it's Editing Mel here. So with all of my excitement about filming my 500 subscriber celebration video, I entirely forgot to mention the giveaway. So in addition to this challenge video, I have decided to run a giveaway to celebrate and say thank you for subscribing to my channel. What will happen is I'm going to upload this video tomorrow, which is the 24th of September, and then in a month, so on the 23rd of October, I will upload another video, and that will be where I choose the winner. I have already posted about the giveaway on Twitter, and my Twitter handle is always in the description below, so you can always go and find me over there anyway. But in order to enter into the giveaway, you can either head on over to Twitter, put a comment under the pinned tweet which is about the giveaway, or you can put a comment on this video. In the comment, all you need to do is just prove that you are subscribed to my channel. So I did ask people on Twitter to put in a screenshot to show that they are subscribed to the channel. This is because I don't always know who has subscribed. Some people have it set so that I can't see when they subscribe to my channel. So I do know who some of the subscribers are, but I don't know who everyone is. So some people may have noticed over on Twitter that there's been a couple of people who have commented and not put their screenshot and put something else instead. That is because I communicate with them on a regular basis and I do know that they're subscribed, but I don't necessarily know everyone. So in order for me to know that you're definitely subscribed to my channel, in order to enter the giveaway, please put in a screenshot or something else that will indicate to me that you're subscribed to my channel. Then I will do one of those wheel things with everyone's name on it, and then that I will be giving a prize to 2 people off of that wheel. So I'm going to send you a book up to the value of 25 Australian dollars. So you can either let me know what your address is and what book you'd like, and I can send it to you, or you can just send me your Amazon wish list and I can send you something off your wish list. It's entirely up to you if you are one of the lucky 2 people that are the winners of the giveaway. So like I said, please comment either below this video or over on Twitter. There is a pinned tweet about the giveaway with something to indicate proof that you are subscribed to my channel, and then you'll go in the draw to win a book. Anyway, back to the video.
Before I get started on these challenges, I just wanted to say that anybody who I talk about today, whether it be because I discuss the challenge that they created or whether it be because I just happen to mention them in passing, every single person that I talk about today is going to be linked in the description below. If they have a booktube channel or if they have a Twitter or Instagram, I will link those in the description below as well. So please do go and check all of them out and subscribe, follow, etc. You know what to do. So the first challenge that I'm going to do is the Do I Have That Book challenge. This was created by Tabby. I don't actually recall her full name, but like I said, it's in the description below, so go and check it out. And also her original video will be in the description below, so again, I encourage you to go and check that out. So the idea behind this video is that there are a series of different questions or different prompts, and you have to go and find a book that meets that prompt. It's a timed challenge, so you time yourself doing the challenge and then let everyone know how you've scored. What I've actually done is I've actually set up a couple of different cameras around the place because I have bookshelves in different places around the house, as you probably know. So I haven't put a camera on every single one because we just don't have that many cameras, but I've put up a few different cameras, so in a second I'm going to go run around and turn those on. Then I will find the actual challenge and then we can go through, start the timer and do the challenge. Also, what I'm going to do is I will probably like show the book once I've found it, go like this, but I'm not going to show you or talk to you about the book until the end and once I've finished the whole lot, and then I can go through and quickly tell you about the book. I don't think I'm going to give you a synopsis because honestly, if I do that, we'll be here all day because I am intending to do a few different challenges, but I can at least be like, this is the book and this is who wrote it, blah. This is how it meets the challenge. Anyway, so that is the plan for this challenge, and then I do have a couple of other challenges that I want to do today as well. So I just thought that it would be a good idea to explain to you what I'm going to do with that challenge. Just trying to think, have I got to tell you anything else? I don't think so. So I'm going to stop this camera now, run around, turn all the cameras on, and then we can get going. Oh, that was the other thing I did want to say. I have, of course, watched a number of different people do this challenge before, but I haven't watched for quite a while, so I'm hoping that I won't have remembered them all and have, you know, I haven't got any books in mind for the questions. There are 2 of these challenges. I probably will do the other one at a later date. Some of the questions I might be remembering from the other one, but anyway, the point being that I do have a little bit of a head start because I do know some of the questions, but it's been quite a while since I watched anyone do the challenges, so I'm really hoping that it won't be too easy, basically, is what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm going to go turn those other cameras on and then I will be right back. Okay, so I have found the challenge. I've got a clock. I've started the cameras. Alright, I'm good to go. Starting the clock. Okay. Do you have a book with deckled edges? A book with deckled edges. Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think so, but I'll check. No books with deckled edges. We're not off to a great start. But anyway. Next question. Do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? I'm sure I must do. I must do. Yes, I do. Next question. Do you have a book based on another fictional story? Yes. Do you have a book with a title 10 letters long? Eight, 9, 10. Do you have a book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter? Do you have a mass market paperback book? I'm pretty sure these are mass market. Do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? Do you have a book with a character's name in the title? Yes. Do you have a book with 2 maps in it? Lord of the Rings definitely will have, well, Fellowship of the Ring will definitely have 2 maps in it. One, 2. Do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? Do you have a book written by someone who was originally famous for something else, i.e. celebrity, athlete, politician, TV personality, etc.? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Do you have a book with a clock on the cover? I might do. Do you have a poetry book? Do you have a book with an award stamp on it? Do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? My initials are MS. Nope. That took ages. And the answer was still no. Okay. Do you have a book of short stories? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Do you have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages long? That was Crooked Kingdom. Oh, 400. Oh, just over. I think the Starless Sea would be just over. This is taking so long. Ooh, that took ages. Do you have a book that was turned into a movie? Yes. Do you have a graphic novel? Yes. It's the last one, 20. Do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? I feel reasonably certain that I do. I have textbooks. Okay, let's go through them. First I gotta stop the timer. Oh my god. That took me 19 minutes and 34 seconds. That was trying to find the page count one, and what was the other one I couldn't find in the end? Whew, I thought that I'd be quicker at that. Isn't that what we all say? Okay, so first one, do you have a book with deckled edges? No. Second one, do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? Carpe Jugulum by Terry Pratchett, and we have multiple people on the cover. Do you have a book based on another fictional story? Yes. Which one did I grab for that? Ariadne. So this is based on Greek mythology. This is based on the myth of Ariadne and Theseus and the Minotaur. So this is based on another story, Greek mythology. So yes, Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. They're all just in piles just there. Okay, do you have a book with a title 10 letters long? Yes, I did. Which one was it? I didn't put them in any kind of order. Oh dear. Oh, I know which one it was. The Mad Chip by Robin Hobb. This is the book 2 of the Live Ship Traders. This is the second trilogy in the Elderling series. Yeah. Do you have a book with a title that starts and ends with the same letter? Yes, I do. Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. I kind of feel like this was cheating a little bit because I have actually seen quite a few people use this one. But nonetheless, S and S, so it still works. So this is one of the Grisha books. This is about the Six of Crows. Don't know much else. Do you have a mass market paperback book? I'm pretty sure these are mass market. Yes. This is The Legend of Dritz, book 6. The Halfling's Gem by R.A. Salvatore. We actually have quite a few of his. 7. Do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? So I got the Odyssey of Homer because, much like Shakespeare, there's quite a bit of contention as to whether or not Homer was one individual person or whether it was a title that was used by writers at the time, or yeah, so the pen name is Homer, but whether or not it's doubtful that it's the same person, so I picked that one. Do you have a book with a character's title in the name? Lyriel, this is the second book in the Borson series by Garth Nix. Do you have a book with 2 maps in it? Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is the first in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and we have at the back 1 map, 2 maps, 3 maps. So, yes. Do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? Yes, I do. Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. Do you have a book written by someone who's originally famous for something else, i.e. celebrity, athlete, blah, blah, blah? Yes. I have According to Yes by Dawn French. So Dawn French is a British comedian, and she also writes fiction books. So that one, yeah. Do you have a book with a clock on the cover? Yes, I do. Betrayals by Bridget Collins, and there is the clock. Do you have a poetry book? Songs and Verse by Roald Dahl. Do you have a book with an award stamp on it? The 5th Season by N.K. Jemisin. Do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? This is one I couldn't find. Do you have a book of short stories? Fragile Things by Neil Gaiman. Do you have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages long? This one took a while, but I got there. Truly Madly Guilty by Leanne Moriarty has 509 pages long. Don't know if you can see that. So yes, just. Do you have a book that was turned into a movie? Hang on. I do have that one, but I've used that one already. I grabbed one of the other ones, The Return of the King by Tolkien. This is the 3rd book in the trilogy. Do you have a graphic novel? Amulet. Book 1, The Stonekeeper by Kazu Kibushi. And finally, do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? The Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx and Frederick Engels. So, that was the Do I Have That Book challenge. Yay! I had 18 of those books, but it took me a really long time. It took me 19 minutes. I've seen people do it in like 7, so wow, that's amazing. But yeah, I definitely could not have done it in that long. But anyway, what can you do? So that was the Do I Have That Book challenge. For those people that are still here, I hope that some of you are, we're going to do another challenge now, and I'm actually going to leave all the books out because the next challenge I'm going to do is the UnHaul challenge. So this one was created by Kayla over at BooksandLala, and again there's a bunch of prompts, and the idea is to find at least one book, if not more than one book, that meets that prompt that you will then unhaul. Now, the caveat for this for me is that I did an unhaul about 2 months ago, so I'm not certain whether or not I'm going to be able to find books for all of them. I'm not super worried about that. I will see how I go, but I just thought it's a fun thing to do, and it might get me thinking a little bit more about how I'm thinking about books, and yeah, I just thought it might be a good one to do. So that is the plan. So I just need to turn off the camera for a second, find again the questions, and then I'll be right back. And we're back. I got a bit warm running around looking for books, so jumper had to come off. I've been confusing the cats quite a bit running around like this. One cat in particular, obviously it's the time of day where she's decided that she wants to hang out with mum because she keeps following me and trying to like join me wherever I am, but of course I'm not going anywhere in particular. So yeah, anyway, just an aside. Alright, so we have the UnHaul challenge. Honestly, I don't think any of the books that I've just grabbed are going to be part of this, but we'll see. Okay, so the UnHaul, I'm going to at least try and find one, if not more than one, but again, I'm just going to see how I go. Alright, so a book you rated low. I know exactly what I'm going to do for that one. Hang on. Okay, so I think I'm only going to go with this one for this, but it is The Girl with Stars in Her Eyes by Axelrod. I talked about this in my most recent wrap-up for the contemporary historical etc. This one was okay. I didn't rate it super low. It's not like I DNF'd it or gave it 1 star, but it was okay. It wasn't amazing. I don't think I'm going to read it again. I kind of had it sitting out intentionally thinking I'd probably unhaul it. So I'm going to unhaul it. So I will start the unhaul pile right there. Next one. Let's see if I can get at least 2 for one of these. A book you changed your mind about. So this could be a book I changed my mind about in the sense that I changed my mind about whether I wanted to read it at all, or a book that I had read but then since thought, oh, maybe that's not as good as I thought it was. So, Again, nothing from here. Pistachio is joining us for a little while. Okay, so I have Selkirk's Island by Diana Southam. So this is based on a true story, but I got this in a box of books. So it was like a box of thanks, Pistachio. Ow, 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 ow. Right. Sorry, sweetheart, but I'm kind of doing something. Yeah, you can have snuggles in a little bit. She's not very happy with me. So it does sound interesting, but honestly, I just talked about this a few times. I've ummed about it a few times. I still haven't reached for it. Just, yeah, I don't think I'll read it. And then the next one I got for this one is Days in the Caucasus by Benin. This is another one that is a memoir. I quite like a good memoir, but I just, again, I've put this on a few different TBRs and I haven't ever reached for it, and I don't think I will. So yeah, these two I've changed my mind about whether I actually want to read them or not. So that's why they're there. A series you won't be completing. I am really, really sorry. I think I'm going to go for these two. Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas and Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J Maas. Now, when I say a series I won't be completing, I don't actually necessarily think that that's true. I don't necessarily think that I won't ever read this series. But I started this one last month and it was okay. But I ended up putting it down. Connor wasn't interested. We were buddy reading it. Connor wasn't interested in it. He DNF'd it. I had other things that I wanted to read more. It just wasn't doing it for me at the time. So I put it down. And this is like 8 books in or something like that. I do feel kind of bad about this one because Helen from Helen's Bookhaven gave this to me as a gift. So I'm really sorry, Helen. I really do appreciate the gift. But I feel like it's not so much that I don't want to read the series, it's more that it's a huge, huge series. And when I initially put all these books on my wish list, I was thinking, oh my god, I just discovered Sarah J Maas as a writer. I mean, for me, as in terms of reading her. And I just really loved the House of Earth and Blood, Crescent City, and I've been really enjoying Akata, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to get all the Sarah J Maas books. But do I really need to own a whole bunch of books in like a huge, huge, huge series? No, because I can borrow from the library and borrow from other people. I'm umming and ahhing this much. Is it really worth it? So I'm terribly sorry, Helen. I feel really bad. Please forgive me. But you're a book buyer. I'm sure you understand. Sometimes it's just, if I don't think we're going to read it, there's no point. And someone else might as well get enjoyment out of it because you didn't buy it for me, so it would sit on my shelf and do nothing. So I hope that you don't mind. But yeah, those two. Please don't come for me. Okay, a book you DNF'd. Did not finish. I usually get rid of these. I have one in mind and I'm not certain I'm quite ready to. I'm going to have a bit more of a think. Okay, so I've actually added another one to the I've changed my mind about. So this is I'll Eat When I'm Dead by Barbara Borland. Another one I got in the box. Don't really know anything about it. Just doesn't appeal to me. So okay, so DNF. I'm very on the fence about this one and I may end up changing my mind before it goes anywhere. But the one that I've picked tentatively is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. Now, I don't know whether it was the place that I was in at the time when I tried to read it or whether it was just that I didn't understand it. I have seen a couple of people say that I think it's called The Pale Dreamer is a book to try before reading this because it might explain things a bit more. But I was very confused, overwhelmed, overawed, and I just had to put it down. It was at the time a pause rather than a DNF, but I haven't got around to picking it up again. It was almost a year ago. I got this at a secondhand store and I was super excited again because I'd loved the Priory of the Orange Tree and I really wanted to read Samantha Shannon's other books. And I'm sure that if I got into it and read the others, then I would love them potentially, but again, that is what libraries are for. And then if I decide, you know, oh my god, this is the best thing ever and I have to have them, I can always buy them again. This was $10 Australian dollars, which isn't, I mean, it's not super cheap, it's not $2 or anything, but it's not super expensive for a book either. This is the one. Again, please don't come for me. A book you have multiple copies of. I can't do this. Because the reason that we have multiple copies of any books, with the exception of box set of these books, is because I owned them and Rowan owned them. So technically, even though all the books are technically our books, one lot is mine, one lot is Rowan's, so I don't have permission to get rid of his, and then for whatever reason I might not want to get rid of mine. So we have two different bind-ups of all of the Austins, but I'm not getting rid of mine because my grandparents gave it to me, and then the other one is Rowan's, so I don't have permission to do that. And then the Fellowship of the Ring, or the Lord of the Rings series, again, same thing, sentimental value for me, Rowan owns them. Narnia Chronicles, the same thing. The only exception, like I said, is this, but again, these are Rowan's books, so he had the double up. I don't have permission to get rid of them, so I'm not going to. So that one's not happening. A book you'll never get to. Well, I kind of already did that with these ones, so I'm pretty happy with the change my mind, never get to being, because I had 3, so. A book you bought because of the hype. Can I double up and say that? Don't think that's the point. Okay. Okay, so I found one, but I've read it, I enjoyed it. I think I gave it 5 stars. I don't actually know whether or not I would give it 5 stars again. I think I might have been caught up in the hype. I definitely still think I would enjoy it, but I don't know. I feel like I need to reread it to decide whether or not I want to keep it because it's one I'll reread over and over again, or whether it's a book that I will say, I loved this, but someone else will get something out of it. And that is Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. So like I said, I do really like this book. The hype is not too much, I don't think, but I don't know whether or not it's a book that I really want to keep or whether it's a book that I will just say, that was awesome, but, you know, moving on kind of thing. So I'm going to put this on a not to be unhauled right now, but to be reread and then reevaluated. But I'm still counting it because it's kind of in a holding pattern, as it were. A book you bought because of the cover. I know exactly. Okay, so this is what I'm going to check with Rowan, because I bought this because we were both interested in reading some of his work, and I saw it and it was beautiful and I thought that is perfect. Beautiful book, we both want to read some. I've now since decided that I don't really want to read anymore. I've read a couple of short stories from this book, but they were okay, but honestly, combined with all the racist, misogynist stuff that this guy has come out with, plus the fact that the book was the stories were okay, but I want to check with Ron because he might actually want to keep it and read it. So this is a soft unhaul, but cover by is definitely this one, which is the Complete Fiction by H.P. Lovecraft. So as you can see, it's got beautiful silver sprayed edges. I love the cover. Definitely was a cover buy, even though I had, like I said, I'd been wanting to read some, but that could have been done from the library. The actual owning of the book was definitely covered by. So, okay, a book you don't know anything about. Okay, so I have two potentials for this one, which are these two. So we have The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls, and we have The Secrets We Kept by Lara Prescott. Don't know really anything about either of these. I'm going to read the blurb for both of them and see which one I want to actually, like, makes me want to read it. Potentially keep that. But if they both are like, yeah, then yeah. So, The Glass Castle is a remarkable memoir of resilience and redemption, and a revelatory look into a family of once deeply dysfunctional and uniquely vibrant. When sober, Jeanette's brilliant and charismatic father captured his children's imagination, teaching them physics, geology, and how to embrace life fearlessly. But when he drank, he was dishonest and destructive. Her mother was a free spirit who abhorred the ideal of domesticity and didn't want the responsibility of raising a family. Okay, that actually does sound somewhat interesting. 1949, so this is The Secrets We Kept. 1949, the celebrated Russian author Boris Pasternak is writing the novel that will become Dr. Zhivago. The Soviets, afraid of its subversive power, ban it, but in the rest of the world it's fast becoming a sensation. In Washington, D.C., the CIA is planning to use the book to tip the Cold War in its favour. Their agents are not the usual spies, however. Two typists are charged with the mission of a lifetime. Smuggle Dr. Zhivago back into Russia by any means necessary. Honestly, this one sounds way more interesting, so this one is going to go. Plus, it also apparently is now a major motion picture starring Brie Larson, Woody Harrelson, and Naomi Watts. So if I really wanted to read it, I mean, if I really wanted to have the story, I could watch the movie. So that is going to be kept. Final prompt. A book you didn't buy. So one that's you've been gifted to you or whatever. I actually grabbed this one because I knew that there was one coming up that this could work for. Technically I did buy this, but I bought it the subscription box, so it wasn't one that I actively went and said, yep, I'm buying that book. So I'm still going to count it. So this is The Scarlet Odyssey by C.T. Ruizi. I mean, it doesn't sound terrible, but it just is not one that I really think I'm honestly going to reach for anytime soon. So yeah, it will go. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So only just over. This is all the books I'm going to get rid of. So I was thinking about doing 3 challenges, but actually now that I look at it, I have got an hour worth of footage. So that's plenty of time. So I think that that's probably long enough for you guys to want to stick around for. I mean, obviously it won't end up being an hour's worth of footage. It'll be however long I edit it into, but that's still going to be a fairly long video. So I figure that will be my video today, which is, like I said, my 500 subscriber celebration video. So thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel, for, like I said, commenting, chatting with me, liking, all of that stuff. Keep it up, guys. Please continue commenting, liking, subscribing, all those things. Tell your friends, tell your family, all that stuff, because obviously it's all upwards and onwards from here, so that's super exciting as well. So thank you all so very much. But yeah, this is it from me for my celebration video today. If you have any comments about any of the books I got rid of, any of the books that I showed you, if you have any thoughts on anything I did today, please comment below and let me know. If you want to go and find either of those challenges, then the information for those will be in the description below as well, so obviously please go and do that. All of my social media details are listed in the description below, so if you'd like to be my friend on any of those other platforms, that would be amazing. I would love that. Please go ahead and find all that information in the description below. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching today. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please, like I always say, do subscribe to this channel if this is your first time watching. I'd absolutely love that as well. And yeah, thanks guys. I will see you next time.